Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. This is episode 41. That's right, we're back in Eorzea. We are navigating through a new storyline after resolving our issues at Doma Castle. And we basically went up against a primal last episode. So when in Eorzea, you are taking on primals. And we're continuing that storyline today. So we're almost in the next round of quests. Apparently we've got like 20% of like the Stormblood expansion to go before we get into the post-expansion DLCs, which is very exciting. So we'll see how we go for today. But I'm excited to get into it. It's so cold, and it's so hard to get out of bed when it is so cold. But we're trying our best. We're rugged up warm. We're going to get a shore log and an ether current for this one, the Silence of the Gods. Thanks to you, Vara and her people need no longer live in fear. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word of them to Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Viranilya. Quest accepted. We will speak with Sarisha. Where's everybody, huh? Where is everybody? We've only got Liliana. The gang is not all here. I also saw my Moogle hunt stuff, but I think a lot of it I still have to wait, because there's like a level 70 dungeon or something. I'm not sure how to pull it up once it's no longer... It was on the screen before as like a notification, and now I'm not sure where it is. In collections, thank you. I need to get me one of them. Oh yes, the compendium. Need to get me one of them gorilla mounts. Yeah, the weekly objectives. I don't have it yet. I have to go further in to unlock this. So. But I must become monkey. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this we thank you. Omega did the deed. We were but witnesses to his heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path, so the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be the friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Can you actually hear the S's that I'm saying, or is you just saying that like my microphone's doing a good job at keeping it at a sensible level? This game will never end. Good of you to try. It's probably a good thing that I'm not trying to end the MMO that has expansions constantly coming out then, isn't it? We're just playing the game. What sorts of mini games? Well, if we end up doing Final Fantasy XIV Tombstone grinding off stream tomorrow, we can do that. But we won't make a stream out of it because grinding is boring to witness. I'm glad that it sounds fine, because I do have a de-esser and a de-popper on the microphone, so at least it's working. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarupin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Exposition. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Omega. Take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison are fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Veladina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally, he is also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as him, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Minago. You've been away from your family too long. Don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We make the most of our time here. It's resting time. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of Veladina. What are my thoughts on Stormblood so far? Great expansion, really good character-driven storyline. High stakes. High emotional payoffs. The Warrior of Light is getting like steamrolled constantly by Xenos. I like that it's not like this isn't an easy story. You know, it's like a very massive struggle, and we're being shown how much effort it takes to really instill hope in people that have like been beaten by their oppressors over decades. So this is a really great hard-hitting story, so I'm really, really enjoying it. We also can swim underwater, and there are sheep that sound really interesting. So that's That's also a plus. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Have this low poly chicken. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. We also get to experience more of Brosetsu and Yagiri, my wife, and they've been great. Rest in peace, Gosetsu. Lord Hien is perfect. He's hilarious, but also serious when he needs to be. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. My mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course father and Ida had to fight. I would have too, if I had been older, but they didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. Some, they push, and they push, and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms, or summons a god. A false god. If the 12 are watching us, what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see their strong hurt the weak? When the people fight and die and nothing gets better? It just goes on and on and on. There's no justice, just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Omega. Nod. Good music. Something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Lovely. The first of many. Alphino hopes that you are ready to rejoin the main host. I trust you are well rested and refreshed. Yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There is a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we will need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Yeah, hanging out with Lise a lot is interesting, because you always have to kind of remind yourself that she was posing as Ida for so long. Like, they just two different characters in my head. There were plans to play Lies of P. It was in my latest Patreon poll, but it lost. So it'll get played eventually. I played the demo and it was definitely fun. Just a matter of time. And running through a lot of other series that I've been really enjoying playing. Yep. Shadow of the Ode Tree next month. I'm going to be so rusty. It's going to be such a different experience for so many people, because there are people that are still playing Elden Ring, or just like haven't stopped playing it, or did multiple playthroughs. And I played through it once and said, see you in the DLC. So I'm going to have to brush up on my skills. There's definitely going to be so many different approaches to that DLC, depending on people's skill level. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri, and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations in the peaks. Give a shout to the lads as you pass, eh?
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff. So attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. Dude. Lord of the Rings, the Three Towers. No worries, Whiskey Yankee. I'm glad you're appreciating and enjoying the Dark Souls series. Working your way through it backwards, almost. Don't forget about Dark Souls 2, the best game out of the three. Blaze through, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you have a look on my channel, there is no such thing as that playthrough, so I don't know why you would say something like that. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff, so attacking from the north. Full zero. Yeah, you see why Veladina was so important, eh? Right then. Come along. They're waiting for us in Alagiri. pointing at the wrong entrance. I'm glad you are enjoying the content though, Blaze. This looks like a crystal airship, dude. No Mobius this morning. Because I'm level 71 now, so I should be able to do the rest of Stormblood's Dragoon quests, you're right. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. How do I fucking say this? Specula Imperatoris. There we go. Specula Imperatoris! Harry Potter spell. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Expecto Patronum. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you are ready. Well, you heard the Flame General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. To the big crystal. The bloody big table. And everyone, and let us begin. Eligiri is ours, and for a mercy we took it without losing a single man. But we dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperial's motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris and Castrum Abania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means that we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field and to utilize the installation as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. We have no choice but to accept what we have been given. Do we feel like we're being led into a trap? We've been allowed to take this location? Because we're being filtered? Aye, that's the way of it. I've no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I will hold the Scions in reserve at Alagiri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. We should be fighting with you and the Resistance. I understand you don't want to rely too much on Omega after what he's been through, but at least let the rest of us do our part. Don't do anything too reckless, alright? I won't. I promise I'll do what Conrad says. Mayhap it would be best if I accompanied you. Alisei can stay with Omega. Oh, go if you must. The two of us can take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Good morning, Mobius. Welcome. Meanwhile, deep within an Imperial research facility... Yeah, here we go. Fordola getting that evil scientist experiment. The candles mixed with technology, it's so cool. Such an interesting vibe. Ooh, okay. Oh no, they're not experimenting on Kryl, are they? Oh my god. They've put her in a pod. Oh, here we go.
Oh, my head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
What have you done to me, my lord?
Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics.
Dude, that is a sentence. Though we Guardians are intellectually and physiologically superior, we cannot wield your magics. Rest assured we are still better than you. No worries, Yankee. Have a good night.
This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabard. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial court.
Love that.
Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
He went on to the next speech bubble, goddamn. I love that Fordola was like, what did you do to me? And this man's like, I'm going to give you my scientific journey now.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through.
I'm not a bloody Garlean, mate. Why you fucking do this to me then?
What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed that Alighieri was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specular Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower?
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Frowny face. Yo, let's go, Thancred. He's watching. Nice. My little spy. Curious to see her in action then. See what happens. She didn't get put in a giant suit of armor with chainsaws. Something a bit more magical. So full of fire and ego, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. Just depart for Alighieri. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. Oh, and so you know, I sent word to Arenvold's squadron. They are already searching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Patrol White Rock. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Xenos' casual outfit. It lets him pee in that thing, for sure. Enemy forces sighted. A Canis Pugnax. It is a bit of a, like, interesting information that it's like they weren't able to, like, wield magic and had to resort to scientific experimentation. I'm curious to see how that actually manifests itself in Fordola. Constantly must be allowed to fly. Give me a moment, Omega. Say that again, if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was Arenvald. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes has followed us here. What about you, Omega? Any trouble? And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatorus is going well. Specula Imperatorus. You know what's so funny is, like, I'm just walking the field, kind of just like smacking some Imperials on the head. And look at what's going on right now. Why am I not here? Why am I not in this fight, dude? Come on, Ruban. I know you said I should rest, but look at all the fun you're having. Let's go, Pippin.
Whoa. You've improved, lad.
We are missing out on the action, dude.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
Cool fight, guys. Wish I was there. You're gonna have to tell me about it when you get back. Oh, here she is. Okay, let's see.
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
We're blowing it up.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself.
Whenever Fordola whispers, I'm like, huh? The music's playing, babe. Speak up.
I thought not. Initiate the firing sequence. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty. Now, give the order.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Ansfrid, Rudolph, and for us, for our people, for our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Just to cut the side effects from the old evil scientist experimentation. Nothing to worry about. Here it goes. Oh, that's cool.
What in the seven hells?
The tower's coming down.
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
I didn't even catch a sound effect at all. So, no, I completely missed that. I didn't hear anything. I might have spoken over the top of it. Sorry. But don't tell me. By the 12, did you see that? The main tower just collapsed. You heard it too, didn't you? It must have been the cannon at Castrum, Abania. That was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell is being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. They had us wandering around here doing nothing. Sir, a second cannon shot has hit the tower. The fear in LSA's eyes is unlike anything you have ever seen before. Heavens weep. That's an ominous title. I'm sure everything's gonna go well. This way, there's no time to lose. You can, like, watch cutscenes again, can't you, if you go to, like, the inn? Is that right? I have a VOD, but I'm also live streaming right now. Is there an inn near here? Maybe I should just go home. Just go home. Yeah, we've been back in Eorzea. Would have been the third cutscene, right? No, this is the canon one. With the second cutscene. You know what's crazy to think about in regards to the Final Fantasy MMO. Final Fantasy XI was the first one, then Final Fantasy XIV. So if they followed that pattern, Final Fantasy XVII would be the next MMO. But I don't think that's going to happen at all, considering that Final Fantasy XIV is still very popular and successful. So I doubt they would kill this game to go into another one. Even though, obviously, Final Fantasy XI still has people playing, just nowhere near as much. You know what they could do? Single-player Final Fantasy XI release, so I could play it. Thank you.
Enemy forces have a unit of...
Stand up.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people, your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? Lord Xenos said no rain.
What? Killed our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. I thought not. War's a one!
War's a one!
Initiate.
Alright.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
Let's listen. Let's see if I have my brain turned on today.
Ransford. Rudolph. Emlyn.
I need you to confirm the target.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
I don't recognize that. I don't recognize that sound effect. I don't recognize what that is. What is that, like when, like, I get pulled into... Is that when, like, my character starts having, like, a moment? And it goes all black and white for us? Years into this game and he forgot, as if I play this game every day. Ominous whooshing sounds, and everyone goes, how do you not know what that ominous whooshing sound is? Out of the 50 separate ominous whooshing sounds that are in this game. I'm not that fine-tuned, unfortunately. Guys, did you hear that? It was ominous sound effect 76. All I can really relate it to is my character has also gotten headaches and then had moments. But who knows? Mood soothe. Look at this. Jesus. That's a mood suit, alright. How much MGP do I have? I got, 292k. When I was grinding for that Final Fantasy 15 car. Needed my regalia. I wouldn't say Final Fantasy 14 was that hard to get into, to just play. It's worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even... Pull yourself together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother right now. Yeah, Mobius and I played a spot of Gold Source minigames back in the day, when I was playing a bit of it in my own time. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Glad you're here, Omega. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. God damn, dude. Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north, you take the east. The first time that we put Alphino on the front lines and he's in the tower that gets hit. Oh, dude, I keep forgetting about the scratch tickets. Hey. I love the sort of situation that we're in with the story, right? Where there's a devastating attack that the Empire has just inflicted on itself to wipe us out as well, and there are wounded and killed allies, and we've got to go and help them. And Galleon in my party goes, "Oh, Gold Source minigame." Just imagining having like your party members and one of them's like, "Sorry mate, I've got to go." Gold Saucer. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thau's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alighieri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. The only thing you lose in the gold saucer is time. Ugh. Everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Omega Ocelot, Ward of House Fordola. We fought together on the Steps of Faith. You saved my life back then. And now... Oh, that's so cool. We got some Heaven's Ward continuation. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad! Conrad, can you hear me? Nargo, put him down over there. Oh, I hear Lise. Put him down. Did Alphino get hit? Oh no, he's just standing there. He's fine. It was Conrad that's the one that was the injured one. Okay. I thought she was talking to Conrad. Omega, full glad am I to see you. Wait, where's my sister?
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
He's breathing.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
Damn, dude.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Definitely expected someone to go when they were blowing up their own situation. You can't have everyone just get out unscathed. Meanwhile, in the chaos of Castrum, Abania,
Next round, double the charge.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
I recognize that blood-red javelin anywhere. Actually got me pogging. Dude's here. Holy shit. Oh. He just tower jumped the whole cannon! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
That's the cerulean pipeline.
he just jumped the whole thing. This is why I'm a dragoon, baby.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
I was already a dragoon before I met this asshole, and now I am cemented in my choice of being a dragoon. All of them. He doesn't even move. Because he's just so cool.
My lance has slain far greater beasts.
Okay, he looks so good with the helmet off, right? I like that he's not covered in red anymore, but he's got his, like, the lance is red. This is a great look for him.
You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
Fix my bloody cannon!
The savages are coming!
The emotional whiplash you feel to losing a great ally and having this death being mourned and then going, Estinian, so cool! My emotions are all over the place. We could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. God's is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Alphino is regaining his composure. Forgive me. Now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. Yeah, Alphino looks directly at the camera for the first time in this MMO's history and says, "It's like a storm of blood." The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alagiri. This is just right around the corner. I'm like, where's my brother? Where's my sister? You are so close to each other. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I could have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here. Not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Justinian yet to reveal himself to the group, but just doing cool badass stuff in the background. Like, yeah! It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I have expected you were about to slit my throat. To hells with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Now this is good, because I'm starting to see a potential hole in the Imperial army's unity. We have the surviving Imperials realizing that their own army has fired on them and does not give a damn about their lives. And it's a perfect opportunity for people to defect over to the rebellion and to bolster our own numbers to fight for a greater cause of a group that actually values life. Seeing wounded Imperials being spared allows for that potential. Let's care for your wounds. We're not here to murder each and every Imperial specifically. We're here to end the tyrannical oppression. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose on the way and I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine the rest of the way. Yeah, this whole game is definitely enemies to lovers. We're going to make Xenos fall in love with us. More than he already does for our combat prowess. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you? Is that you, Omega? I didn't recognize you at first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Omega, we've given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Alden. These deaths weigh heavy on my soul, Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when you next face the enemy. It will carry us far, General, of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Abania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. We just need Astinian to rock up and be like, it's disabled. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction? One of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. And I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papa Limo and I arrived at Ralgus Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions, but even then, I knew deep down that it was an excuse, that I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or Ida. Then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries, and as we traveled and thought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. Now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander Hext's right to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Omega, would you go with her? Would have done it even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it is settled. We will await your return. Sorry to drag you into this, Omega. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad, and never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. Of the churning waters, Lisa's mind is made up. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the Castrum. Yun-Kreps. Yun-Kreps' hope. The ship's stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. That sounded like a Pac-Man emote. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? I'm doing well, Ray. I hope you're doing well too. I'm very excited for Shadows of the Erdtree. It's going to be a fun time. Can't wait to see how punishing it's going to be for me, who hasn't played Elden Ring in so long. But oh, it's the UFO. It's the poo-poo UFO. That's the Pac-Man. Yeah, we'll see how we go, but obviously we'll be doing the Dragoon questlines as we finish Stormblood, so either this stream or the next one. Sorry to keep you waiting. Kept you waiting, huh? I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is. We need a nickname for this, guys. Nyan Cat's Hope. There we go. Perfect. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. The proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship. You you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it. Me included. I'll never be a leader like Comrade, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? I like her being determined to be like her own self and not like being like, I have to be exactly what Conrad needed me to be and struggling with that. She's like, I will just like lead with like my heart and like how I like what I feel is right, you know? And that is definitely respectable. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Ah, is that smoke from Castrum Abania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. Of course it is. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Omega, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castrum Abania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire, to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit? Isn't it supposed to be chomping at the bit? To strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Champing at the bit. That's a new one. We have to tell the others. Come on. Easier down than up, eh? But not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now, before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Lisa's not willing to let this opportunity pass you by. The path forward. There's no time to lose, Omega. General Alden needs to know what we saw. Let's go and bloody tell him then. Look how many side quests there are in Alagiri. Yeah. It is champing. My whole life is a lie. Here we go. We have a champing at the bit versus chomping at the bit. Technically, both are correct, but they have different histories. While champing at the bit came first, chomping at the bit has also been in the linguistic mix for over a century and is widely accepted today. So of course Final Fantasy XIV would use champing first because it's so fantasy, and it would be something you know, out of place to use chomping. meaning of this idiom is to highlight the impatience of someone, champing or chomping. It was first used to explain the imagery of a restless horse grinding its teeth against its bit. But yeah, chomping is also included. Champing stems from an old Middle English word that has been around for at least 600 years. Interesting. And I would say chomping at the bit is because we chomp on things. We don't champ on things. Both are acceptable because the English language is dumb. You have returned. I only hope you bring good news. You scaled the cliffs of Nine Cats' Hope and spied smoke rising from Castrum Abania's main cannon. I think Marshal Tarupin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. And we must attack Castrum Abania at once. Could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it is an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Either as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the Castrum and seize control of the weapon. This seems like a dungeon to me. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know if the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk, but how are we to infiltrate the Castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Abania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castrum Abania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alistair and Omega, I am sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castrum Abania. Go, and may Ralga watch over and keep you. Yeah, the evolution of the English language and things we used to say and things that we still say but different, it's all very interesting. It's the same way that we have, like, names that we had for people that will fade to obscurity because nobody is going to have a baby in this day and age and name it Craig. Because you can't hold a Craig in your arms. That's a fully grown man, you know? There are just certain names that they just don't work anymore, you know? My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castrum Abania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Respectable. I always think what's great is, you know, fantasy games and fictional adventures, they tend to avoid as much as possible having duplicate names for consistency's sake. But if Final Fantasy XIV was realistic, we'd be walking around the corner to so many Johns. You know, it's crazy. Meanwhile, they've got to name a guy over here called Diggin, and Gabod, and Hewlin, and Independent Mender, you know? Sophisticated full names. Nowadays, what are we doing? What's that blue quest? One that I will be checking out. I've just been doing this first, but we'll see if this is an ether current or not. It is out of sight, so I'll do that. Alphino is ready to lead the way to Radiato. So to review, we are to travel to Radiato, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Tarupin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Omega and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperiatus, Imperia Taurus, or Castrum Abania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Ah, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Tarupin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do. But I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadan woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. Be ready for anything. Brazenbrook needs help with a rather delicate situation. And before I accept this quest, I'm just going to take a quick little bathroom break, and I will be back. let's get back into it, shall we? Brazenbrook needs our help. Hey, you're that adventurer everyone's been talking about, aren't you? Just the man I wanted to see. You've a bit of time to spare, I hope. It seemed a bloody miracle when we managed to take Alagiri without spilling a drop of blood, but it was all thanks to one man. A man the Alliance would very much like to speak with. Getting him to come in for questioning, however, has proven more trouble than we thought. It's not my place to be dealing with this, to be honest with you, but I think it best to resolve the matter quietly if possible. Things could get messy around here if the Alliance or the Resistance start kicking up a fuss. I'm like to draw attention if I leave my post, but you adventurers are free to move about as you please. So what do you say? Can you give me a hand? You adventurers are good folk. Now I really shouldn't say much more out here in the open. You best go and speak with him yourself. Bout's his name. He can tell you the rest. I'm gonna go speak with Bout. The adventurer who slew Lord Van Baelsar, so they've sent you to claim my head then. Brazenbrook sent you to help. Oh, thank heavens. You see, I'm actually a centurion of the Garlean forces. Now, before you do anything rash, let me explain. When I learned of the Allied forces' approach, I knew we had no way of repelling them, so I ordered all of my men to retreat from Alagiri. Then I planned to turn myself in, but I ran into certain complications. I can see you're unconvinced. Tell you what, why not ask the villagers about me? When you hear what they have to say, I think you'll come to understand why I couldn't turn myself in. Speak with the villagers. You know, it would be great if there was an option to just take him at his word and just be like, no, it's alright. I believe you. Let's keep the ball rolling. Bout? This place wouldn't be the same without him, and we certainly have no intentions of sending him to be butchered by the Alliance. Whoa, respectable. Mr. Mender, please. Thank you. Guys, why don't they name their children Wide Harry anymore, you know? I'm looking for a Wide Harry. I'm looking for a Wide Harry man. Wide Harry man! I don't know why they don't do it anymore. Oh. Where'd you hear that name? I won't have anyone speaking ill of him unless you're looking to pick a fight. Keep your mouth shut. Okay. Oh, that's a true name that we do. Why don't we call people Frank anymore? You know, Frank, get that out of here. Frank. Let's do that. Bring Frank back into the mainstream, dude. Frank. What do you want with Bout? He's not in trouble, is he? We already told the Alliance scum they can't have him. Unique names like Lonesome Lass. Hello, what's your name? I'm Lonesome Lass. There you are. Now, do you see the cause for my hesitation? In light of their reaction to my being arrested, the Alliance has allowed me to remain here for the time being, but for all intents and purposes, I am a war prisoner. The villagers are meant to keep me hidden, but harboring one's enemy is a serious crime, no matter whose side you're on. I've heard what the Alliance does to those who help the Garleans. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. My execution is assured the moment they take me into custody. But if the villagers should take arms in protest, they don't deserve such a bloody fate. Brazenbrook has made a valiant effort to assuage the people's anger. There's only so much a man in his position can do. I know how strange this may seem, but I want you to convince the people of Alagiri to allow for my surrender. Well, about that. I got my ether current, so see you later. Your fate is out of my hands, Bout. I'm here for the ether current, now I'm out of here. Just join the resistance, brother. Bout's an Imperial Centurion. He can convince the villagers. Stay alert for Imperial soldiers on the way to Specula Imperatoris. I think we just need to be worried about the mood suits. Mood suit. Is that, dude? Dragonfly dragon bug thing. Thanks, I hate it. See? What did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Hostile presence. Savages. Excuse me. Of course, there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lys. Come, Radiata is not much further. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Love that it's like, it's the light party and the guy in the gold saucer. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Castrum Abania anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? Where courage endures. The Rogan woman you seek is somewhere in Radiata, and Lys is eager to find her. Alphino said we were looking for a Rogan woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage? I suppose we just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her and I'll do the same. Okay. Let us see. Young Hellsguard. Ain't seen you around before. It takes a certain kind of man to walk into a place like this uninvited. Takes a lot of courage. And then you start just saying random shit. I will go with the wild rose blooms. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too, if you like, because I will not speak on it more. At least not here. Outside Ratiata, beyond those barricades, and over yonder, on the other hand. Are those giraffes? Was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphino and Alice. We'll meet you there. They are giraffes. In a sense. But, get their name right, they're actually called Jamel. Seems they took giraffe and camel and went, Jamel! Not followed here, were you? Good. That's all of you, is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Tarupin. Name Stark. Stark Woad. The rest you know. We wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatorus and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out. The engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castrum Abania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith we can see this through. Important question. What FFF would you F if you could F an FFF? I feel like I understand the question that you're asking. And it would be Tifa. Every single day of my life until I die. Stark is a good name. For sure. As usual, Alphinaud has a brilliant plan. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Lise and her unit will make for our primary objective, the Fire Control Center. At the same time, we will enter the Castrum by way of the ventilation ducts, whereupon we will proceed into weapons research and create a diversion. If all goes to plan, our parties will subsequently converge, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go and brief Nago on the details. The rest of you come with me. We need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the Castrum. Search for Imperial patrols. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just up around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance. Assuming they keep to their usual schedule, I'd be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. The quest name, The Price of Freedom. Boy, oh boy, the price of freedom is steep. Not the Jamal. By Ralka, I knew you lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so quickly. Omega is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in his company. Now, where is the entrance to the ducts? Right behind you. I have mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Omega, we shall infiltrate the Castrum and cause as much chaos as possible. This will draw the Imperials away from Lise and her men, thereby allowing them to safely reach the Fire Control Center. there's nothing else, I'll return to the resistance forces and show them to the entrance. May Ralga guide you to victory. So I'm having like multiple strokes today, reading dialogue, apparently. This is your last chance to make your preparations, Omega. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. I knew it was going to be a dungeon. Well, who joined me in the last dungeon that we did and who missed out? Whichever DPS joined me last time, you can just take turns and then join me for this one. We'll do the dungeon, then we'll do the Dragoon questline after this. Right, Dawn's staying because she missed Doma Castle. I love democracy. And then I go, sorry guys, I'm entering with NPCs. You all lose. Okay. The Alliance and the Resistance cannot suffer a repeat of the slaughter at Specula Imperiatoris. As such, they will not march upon the Castrum Abania until they can be certain the fortress's main cannon will not be brought to bear against them. With the aid of an Alliance contact in Radiata, you and your comrades have devised a plan to infiltrate the Castrum and seize control of the cannon. Several parties, including yours, will attempt to create a diversion inside the Castrum, thereby allowing Lise and her unit of Resistance fighters to proceed relatively unhindered to the Fire Control Center. Weapons research is to be your destination, and one can only imagine what manner of foes await you there. Yes, that's right. Solo that dungeon. Some music. Roll on up. To war! enemies are level 69. Nice. Look at this beefy boy. Magna Rotor. Okay, got wheels for hands. Oh, and wheels, and one wheel for leg. Okay. I got a trike. Oh, you're doing one of these. You're doing it again. Okay. Oh, and again. So you're just gonna keep doing that, huh? Unable to execute Wild Speed Protocol. Injecting cerulean fuel additives. No more wild charging for you. Magitech pod, okay. We rescue in cryo with this one. She's in one of these in a secret room somewhere. Oh, okay. Hyper-tuned. Gotcha. Okay. Is this what they're gonna do to Kryl? They're gonna turn Kryl into a bold, beefy, muscular fighting man? in addition to my, like, Doom Spike Sonic Thrust combo. Oh god, another one. Oh, two. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Worth and Torment, cool. Subject number 24. Jesus, hello. What the hell? Hostile presence detected. So we're in some sort of, like, we're a giant cannon, but also, like, test facility. Oh. I can see it, Coeth and Torment there. Cool. All enemies in a straight line in front of you. Dude's got moves. Switching elements. Almost dead. Okay. Really cool looking design, by the way. It looks like an Amano drawing, like, come to life in the game. Which is very cool. Very, like, classic Final Fantasy Amano drawings. There you go, then. It's a reference. Colossus. Go. Who's in the big pod? All right. Cool. Inferno. Music choice. Okay. Oh. He's getting bubbly with it. His skin's bubbling up, sir. Time for your medicine. Oh my god. It's Magitech technician. What now? Inferno defeated. Beefy boy. They took a tonberry and they put steroids in it. And that's what happened. Nice. Very good.
Understood. We're on our way.
You passed on the gear so I could have the gear that I don't need, and every time I say, hey chat, is this gear good? And everyone says, no, it's trash. Every single time.
Lyse's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them.
Just waiting for it to get back up again in that cutscene. Be like, you thought?
Lyse! Thank the 12 you're all right.
Yeah, true glams.
There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
I don't really think about that, but then I just know that I have glams that I prioritize. Oh, hello.
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
I never step out my circle, Galleon.
Aye. I gave the order to fire.
Yeah, she's getting like, I noticed, one thing I did notice, while I don't recognize the sound effect, is I noticed that she got like the little headache thing at the start, and then the headache thing again, and now it's like here. She's like always like, ah.
It was over.
The Skulls had surrendered. No one else had to die. And you killed them. Your own people. Your own comrades.
You're right. I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolf, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom. You killed your own. They trusted you, and you killed them.
Shut up! Yeah, you tell him, Lise. Let's go.
Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Oh! Okay. Okay. Look at these moves, though.
Lise! Gotcha!
Huh. Oh, we actually there was blood there.
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Oh, dude, they gave her the Pegasus's Millennium Eye. Oh my god. Alisay's just actually been struck. That wasn't like, I've been hit. That was, blood has been drawn.
Alizé!
Even so, the odds are against me.
And so she smoke grenaded her escape again.
Get back here!
I love that she's like, could literally just, she apparently can see all the moves before they're made, and then strikes down Alisay and goes, crap, I've got to go. That a Wesker cosplay. She got that Ouroboros injection.
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
Damn. Did you hear that, guys? We got invited to a royal party.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me? Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
Alright, so we've got Fordola with a Millennium Eye. How are we gonna do a move that she can't predict? Well, we did it. Castrum Abania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alisay to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won, and with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. We should report to General Alden. Kryl wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Ruban's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyway. There you go. If Alice was killed, maybe. But the price of freedom was not that steep. We didn't have any deaths. What we're going to do now is we're going to go and do Dragon Sound. We're going to do those other Dragoon quest lines, which should take us until the level 70 quests. And this dude has an ether current for us as well. You're not from around here, are you? You'd never see an Alamegan strike up a conversation with a Radiata resident? Seeing as we're already talking, I have a job that's just right for an outsider like you. Talk with the girl behind that building over there and she'll give you all the details. She's a bit testy, mind you. Testy trader. About bloody time. Here, take this supply crate and trade it with the merchant in Alagiri for food. He's usually lurking in an alley somewhere. Shifty bastard. You'll know him when you see him. Do not tell him a Radiator native sent you. There'll be no grub for us if you do. What's the price for getting more Alice screen time? Oh, they're sleeping. I was like, okay. I was like, are they just dead chocobos in front of this carriage? Where is this merchant? They said alley? Okay. Perfect. Here. Oh my, I'm glad you're enjoying Metro Exodus. I hope you feel better soon. Got that new Metro VR game coming out. I'm so excited for that, actually. When does that come out? Let me look that up. Metro Awakening. It's supposed to come out this year. Like the end of this year, maybe? I'm gonna be playing it, that's for sure. Well, you see, Galleon, looking at your screenshot, is I didn't know that that was a circle that I had to be inside of. I looked at that and said, I tried targeting it and I thought I could attack it, but I couldn't, so then I moved on with my life. Okay. It is coming to PSVR 2 because Metro Awakening was announced at a PlayStation State of Play, a Galleon. The main concern when it was announced was, is it going to be on other stuff? And it is. No, I'm not excited for the Batman VR at all because, unfortunately, it seems like they're just using the name to be like, look guys, Arkham Batman. But it's like, yeah. It feels like they're just trying to capitalize on the name when it's you know, it's not even Rocksteady. It's like, come on guys. Come on. There is more to Batman than just Arkham. You can do something else. You want to trade? You'll show me the goods first, then maybe we'll deal. There you go. Gods, he's a military issue. Mark. What is this? What's L in Roman numerals again? Is it L 50? Mark 53 sedatives? Yes. Look at me. I had to dig into the recesses of my brain for that one. Mark 53 sedatives. High quality stuff. Someone snatched a batch a while ago, but you wouldn't believe how quickly Imperial medicines sell. Folks are always on edge around here, you see, never knowing when the Empire might decide to launch an assault. Some get so worked up they can scarcely sleep without a little alchemical encouragement. How much do you want for them? I'm a bit curious how you came by this stash, but I'll take it off your hands all the same. Yeah, I found it in a bin, mate. Wait, so L is 50? But then an X beforehand is 40. So it is 43. Okay. Food? That's it? Just food? Alright, well here's a sack full of assorted edibles. Nice doing business with you. LX would be 60. Oh, because it's 50 and then plus 10. Gotcha. I can't wait until we get to Final Fantasy 40. Do they have one for 30, or is it just going to be... we're finally going to reach Final Fantasy XXX, and all the memes will become real? Can't wait. Except I'll be dead, because we're only at Final Fantasy 16, so there's no way we're even getting there within our lifetime. Fuck. Pain and suffering of having to go the long way back. Can't even get up there. Oh my god. Do I have to go all the way around? Someone take up a job in installing aetherites everywhere. Where's the flying regalia? You'll have to ask Mobius. Have I seen the Fallout show yet? I have watched 7 episodes of it, and it is so incredible. It's probably my favorite video game adaptation for a TV show. Everything about it is just perfect to me. Did a very good job. The biggest change coming with Dawn Trail is that the combo buttons will be combined into one button. That seems nice. Less messy of a UI, perhaps? Yeah, this is the thing that annoys me. That they fixed in Rising Tide a little bit, where they go, you've completed the side quest. Do you wish to return to the person who gave it to you? You know, you just teleport there. Final Fantasy XIV desperately needs that. Did you get all the food? Tell me you got the food. Never mind being attacked by a jamal. Oh, praise the heavens, and praise you too, stranger. This will be the first proper meal we've had in days. Go back and speak with my large friend, if you would. I'd wager he'd like to show his thanks as well. Surprised to see us trading in Imperial supplies. My quick-fingered friend once worked in a storeroom in Castrum, Abania and swiped those sedatives before she left. The settlement's full of those who used to labor for the Imperial army. The folk in Alagiri may have traded with the Empire, but even they spit on Radiatans. The army's whipped curs, they call us. That's why we needed you to make the deal. If one of us dared to set foot in that town, they'd chase us out with a hail of stones, or worse. But now we can eat our fill and get our strength back and try to move on. Kind-hearted heroes like you are a godsend. Ether current. Ether current. Alright, Dragon Sound. It's time for us to be draconic. So we're going all the way back to Reunion. We're going back to the east to go hang out with the dragon that we smuggled over here. Back. I guess that's why they have the Falcon and the Chocobo Porters, actually, don't they? Because you could speak to them and then they'd go, you can go to this place. I'm pretty sure I checked this place and they don't have Ether Current quests anymore. It's like... Ornkai is in very low spirits. We're going to get the Nostrond ability here. Delivers an attack to all enemies in a straight line before you with a potency of 300 for the first enemy, 30% less for all remaining enemies. While under Life of the Dragon. And a Life of the Dragon trait, strengthening of the gaze of the first brood upon successfully landing Mirage Dive. When the gaze is its strongest, 2 units, Gearskogul will grant you the Life of the Dragon status. While under the effect of Life of the Dragon, Geargosul will change to Nostrand. Okay, cool. True Blood attire as well. So it makes sense. You basically do Mirage Dive, then you do Geargosul, and then it will change to Nostrand. Which would I... Oh, sorry, I didn't answer this question on the last stream, Galleon. That must have got away from me. Chameleon or penguin? My brain is saying chameleon, but my heart tells me penguin, you know? Ah, Omega, nice to see you again. Pray forgive me, I have not made any progress in ascertaining the reason for Fornum's rage. It is truly pathetic. I have been alive far, far longer than you, and yet have nothing to show for it. Surely you did not think me younger than you. I may be small, but you should know that we Dravanians live far longer than any man. Wait. We do live in an awfully long time. Omega, I think I may have got it. Dravanians live for eons. I've heard tales from Gulen Bursty of dragons going into seclusion for centuries while carrying grief in their hearts. Ultimately, they are unable to bear the strain and it breaks something fundamental within them. Many a year will need to pass before I come of age to choose a consort, but I believe they help in saving oneself from the abyss of isolation. This is why your kind elects to marry, is it not? True. Oh, I should put that in my Hinge profile. I'm looking for a consort to save myself from the abyss of isolation. We marry for love, apparently. Love, that sounds fairly similar to our reason for choosing a consort. Regardless, I'm almost certain that Fornum's fury was caused by the profound loneliness she has endured over this past millennium. Leaving Father's side after they spent so long must have caused her intense anguish. The question is, how do we heal her pain? I see you two survived your talk with the dragon. Was it as fruitful a discussion as you had hoped for? Not that it matters much. A group of Kastiri merchants have pooled their resources and hired a hunter, said to be quite handy with a lance. I have my doubts if he's capable of slaying the worm, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch him try. A man with a lance, huh? I wonder who the dragon slayer in question could be. I struggle to imagine that there are many men with the skill to go toe-to-toe with a dragon like Fornum. However, if he is truly a threat, then we cannot risk him reaching her before us. We may not have a plan, but we have little choice. Come, Omega, let us hurry to where we last saw Fornum. Nod. And while we hurry to this location... Oh, God. While we hurry to this location... Thank you. And I have received a puffin. I have... my lunch arriving. What? I'm trying to see that beak. Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to grab my lunch, so give me a moment. Burrito would be nice, Mobius. I was thinking of that, but no. We have a bagel. I watched my Uber driver take a million years with it, but it's here. We have bagel with we got ham, we got cheese, we got egg salad. Dijon mustard, some pickles in there, I believe, as well, maybe. It's a good combination. a spot of caffeine as well. Get your iced latte going. You know, the best thing that they implemented into this game was the ability to just press R for auto run. So I don't have to be holding down the button. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing. I'm automatically running. You press the R button, and then you just be auto running, so I can eat while I walk. Ooh, it's outside a dungeon. Is that what we're doing? It's a good thing I chose to depart on the journey while I eat, because it's a less intensive journey over here. No, I don't think Final Fantasy XII plays itself at all. Like, I know it's got tactics, and they're useful, but I also like a lot of manual control. It was really satisfying to play Dragon Age Origins and being like, oh wow, Final Fantasy XII. And Final Fantasy XII did it first, in terms of how the tactics were laid out. I'm sure it's not the first game to implement that system, but the Gambit system was awesome. Yeah, so I enjoyed the tactics system of Origins because I was used to the Gambit system. Dungeon was this again? Oh, this is Bottom's Metal. Where is she? We must find her before that hunter does. It is good to see you again, Warrior of Light. Is this going to end up being a Stenian dude? Who's somehow also in the east? There's only one other man with a lance. Damn, dude. He's in two places at once, like me. So you can actually reunite with a Stenian in the Dragoon questline. And we haven't met him yet in the, in Stormblood. Wild. Hey, by the way, I helped destroy that cannon of yours. I mean, who else could it be, you know? When they're talking about man with a lance. It would seem that we two Azure Dragoons share one target. I suppose neither of us still hold that mantle. Old habits do not die so easily. The Azure Dragoon of Ishgard. And who exactly is your diminutive friend, Omega? A journey to the far east in search of an ancient worm's consort. Quite a tale indeed. After seeing the future of the Holy See placed in Sir Americ's capable hands, I chose to embark upon my own journey, one that would allow me to rediscover my purpose, now that Ishgard no longer has need of an Azure Dragoon. It was during my travels that I came to learn of the dragon you seek. It had been my intention to act as an intermediary between man and dragon, assuming the beast could be reasoned with. If not, I was prepared to brandish my lance. Regardless, I would wager that the young one has the right of it. What is more, she is doubtless still suffering from the effects of Nidhogg's hateful dirge that summoned the Horde. The Dreadworm's hold over his brood was absolute. His unquenchable thirst for vengeance spread through the Horde, leaving none untouched. To think one of them was able to resist his call to decimate Ishgard. It should come as no surprise that she would succumb to madness. The worm spent a millennium in solitude resisting Nidhogg's demands for vengeance. I can think of one way she may be saved. We weaken her enough that she is willing to listen to reason. We have already tried that approach. It did not work last time, and I very much doubt repeating it will change anything. I do not advocate the same approach, little one. I would have you do more than simply talk to her. Nay, you shall use your roar. That is the only way you can hope to let her know what the war has ended, that her consort awaits her in the skies above. My roar. You have the two dragons that bested Nidhogg at your side. There is naught to fear. All you need to do is harness your roar to clear the haze that clouds the worm's eyes. Do the roar. I shall do my best. Should we fail again, I fear we may not be blessed with another chance. Pray lend me your strength, Azure Dragoons. That's so cool. I love how much more of a connection you have with Estinian by doing the Dragoon questline. Like, he's got a good character in Heavensward for sure, but Heavensward is so much stronger with the Dragoon questline. And no worries, Mercury. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. Have a good one. Let us depart. The frenzied dragon awaits us on Bottom's Metal. The time is nigh to free her from war's tragedy. I'm doing the dungeon again. I think. Oh, never mind. Because it's a solo instance. It's a solo fight in Bottom's Metal. Alright. We can fawn him in Bottom's Metal. That's cool. Estinian Wormblood. Let's go! so I should use Gear Skogul before Mirage Dive, you were saying, by the way? When I can, obviously. Because I need to be level 72, and I can't do it now. But Gear Skogul, then Mirage Dive, then Gear Skogul again. Heavens Fall, that's good. Comet. Draw. Draw with an elusive jump. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't listen until it was too late. I tried to read what he was saying, but like the text disappears. I'm like, withdraw with an elusive jump. I just did it as I died. I like that you have to actually use your Dragoon abilities, like a specific one in the fight. That's pretty cool. Alright, hold on. Let's try that again. This text doesn't. No, look how fucking fast this shit moves. done well. Allow me to draw her attention once more. Omega, come to my side. I shall heal you. Okay. He's doing like a... It's cool though, because he's doing like a tank as a DPS, which is so funny. That we've got a healer and a DPS that is doing the tanking right now. He's almost ready to unleash the roar. Do the roar. Close now. Problem is with like dialogue in battle sometimes is you can get so locked into the fight, and I'm looking at my hotbar, I don't see the text. So when it was like do an elusive jump, I was like struggling to pay attention to it. But we did it. With me! Oh my god. Dude, Dragoon is the coolest class, alright? And I won't hear otherwise. I am so glad that I chose to do a Dragoon all those years ago. It has paid off significantly. Now, little run, roar with all your being. Fordham, hear my cry. Ooh. Ooh. Why must we go to war? I have no ill will, no desire to fight. I have only silence, the most deafening silence. Oh shit. We only temporarily broke the hold. It's no use, I cannot reach her. Do not be so quick to abandon hope, my son. Oh, Verdofolnir. Hello. Dragon, back up. Oh. So sick. I am come for thee, dearest Fornham. Those wings of white, long have they filled my dreams. Verdofolnir, my love. Father. Cool. Family reunion. Noble dragons, Ornkai, I give you my thanks. Were it not for your succor, I would not have been reunited with my beloved. Allow me to thank you as well. I had truly thought Verdofolnir lost to me. Mere words will scarce be enough to convey mine appreciation. Stinian be looking like Griffith right now, dude. That hair. When the conflict began 1,000 years past, Nidhogg demanded we exact vengeance upon man. However, I refused to allow his hatred to take root within me. I could not bring myself to forget the days when I soared the azure skies with Verdofolnir, night on back. A dragon cannot simply shut her ears to her sire's call. To do so would cause her great torment. Thus I bid Fornham flee to the east. She might live in peace until the final strains of the Dragon Song War did fade to an end. Duty-bound to protect Zenith, I remained behind in Travania, but ever did I regret not following my heart and my beloved. 'Twas after she left for eastern lands that thou didst come into this world, my son. Now I finally see why I was given a name meaning one born of sadness. Alas, I fear I will never be your match, father. Fornham barely even noticed my roar. Belittle not your efforts, Ornkai. I should not have known to come here were it not for thy roar. It reached mine ears strong and clear as I soared the skies above. Father. Well, I suppose you are quite keen to talk with Fornham. It has been quite some time since you last met, after all. Let us make haste. I'm not used to seeing my father so enamored. Let us give them some privacy, shall we, and find them a dragon-sized mattress. A short king! And her queen, and his queen. Incredible. Whatever happened to the Berserk readings? Well, I caught up. And then there's been some new chapters that have come out, but the chapters are over so quickly that I didn't really, I couldn't really be bothered doing like a 10-minute episode of just reading the chapter, so I've been like waiting for another bulk amount to read through. But essentially we reached the end for Berserk, or at least we caught up. And we've read all of Mira's work of Berserk. So the rest has been the continuation. I think I've done one episode reading some of the new chapters. Let me have a look. Yeah, I've done one video reading the new chapters, but I haven't read anything else after that. Also, pretty much every single one of my Berserk videos has been copyrighted. They didn't used to, but then I think the Memorial Edition of the Golden Age movies came out, and then some of the Berserk music just must have gotten another look over by YouTube, and I used the end credits of the 97 anime as my ending music for the episode, and that got copyrighted on every single one, unfortunately. So that's alright, but no matter, because I enjoyed reading them anyway. Berserk was quite a damn journey to read on the channel, because I started that in June of 2021, which is pretty crazy. That first video has like 35,000 views actually, which is really crazy. Actually, you know what's even more crazy is, for some reason, the video I did that was just about me starting the series, I was like, hey, I'm going to start reading it. That has almost 50,000 views of just me being talking about starting it, and then my actual first episode reading it has 15,000 less views, which is so weird. They were like, yeah, nah, we ain't coming back, chief. But it's surprising still, quite a significant amount of views, at least at the beginning. It's a shame that the problem is with doing a continuous series is the views are never consistent. They will always and forever drop off. But yeah, I did that in June of 2021, and then I finished, or at least caught up, in April of 2023. That was like a 2-year reading journey on the channel, which is honestly pretty insane. But I started getting more efficient and reading 1 volume per episode instead of half a volume per episode. But a pretty decent effort. Berserk and Final Fantasy XIV have been the longest running continuous things on the channel, because I started Final Fantasy XIV in 2021 as well. And it's already 2024, because time moves faster than I would like it to. When is the One Piece reading? Yes. Anyway. I enjoyed doing my Berserk reading, but I don't know if I'll ever do a different manga reading ever again. It's such a different ball game. And doing reactions is tough work as well, constantly dancing around copyright. Video games are a nice, comforting middle ground. But I'll probably do another Berserk reading soon. I don't even know what the latest chapter is that's out, because the last one that we did we read up to chapter 372, and there's currently there's only been 4 chapters that have released since I stopped reading it, which was in April of last year. There's only been 4 chapters, which is 373 to 376. So if I was to... That's what I'm talking about. Doing another episode is like... If I was doing it per chapter, it would be like a 10-minute episode every few months or something. Yeah. But I own all of the physical deluxe editions. I got volume 14 recently, which contains volume 40, 41, and then fills that empty space with the guidebook. So I feel complete in that I own physically all of Kentaro Miura's direct work in the deluxe editions, which is great. Yeah, exactly. 376 came out last month. So it's crazy to think it's people are you gonna read more Berserk? And I'm like, there's only been 4 chapters since I last read it a year ago. But that's pretty on brand for Berserk because of the constant hiatuses and how long it takes to put it out. And now also with the unfortunate passing of Miura, they're gonna try and see it home. It's just taking sweet time. Anyway, back on track. I give both of you my sincerest thanks. I find myself especially indebted to you, Omega. Our adventures investigating these legends shall live long in my memory. And you, as your dragoon, your strength far exceeds the tales I have heard. Your words are appreciated, but the appellation is unnecessary. I have long since left that life behind. My past experiences with Nidhogg made me eager to see Fornum saved. When the Dreadworm took me as his vessel, I felt his mad heart's palpitations as mine own. There was no end to the sadness and distress that flowed from his soul. However, it was this ordeal that allowed me to harness the dragon within, whilst retaining my sense of self. You ought to be capable of the same by now, Omega. I shall doubtless serve you well in battles to come. If you are truly done with your old title, then I have a proposal for a new one, the Crimson Dragoon. Much more befitting now that the two of you fight alongside dragons, harnessing their strength as your own. Haha, I can see myself warming up to this new name. Of course you can. They should have called him the Crimson Dragoon during Heaven's Ward, the way he was covered in blood. The best of luck to you, Orn Kai. I expect you to be as strong as your father the next time our paths do cross. Warrior of Light, I look forward to the day when we are able to fight side by side once more. Keep well. I'm gonna go back to Eorzea now. You might see me around. I'm just gonna take that as Astinian being cheeky. It's like, yeah, we might fight side by side. You won't know it, though. You shall have nothing to worry about. I will become just as capable as father, so that I may someday soar the skies with a dragoon like you on my back. Thank you once again for everything, Omega. It is time for me to begin the journey home with father and Fornum, but know that I will ever be in your debt. I sincerely hope this is not the last of our adventures. He doesn't have to get smuggled back, which is nice. He can just get flown back. Yeah, that's the thing. It'll take a very long time before we get like another deluxe edition volume, I would say. This concludes the Dragoon quests for Stormblood. There you go. It was literally just that one quest line to finish. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers must be registered to your service and completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers and the role quest Courage Born of Fear. Once you've done so, the next Dragoon quest will be available from Alberic. So, y'all said that they stopped doing job quest lines, but then they started to do roles instead. So, like, DPS, tank, and healer quest lines. Dragon Gauge unlocked. I swear I already had one of these. The Dragon Gauge indicates the strength of the First Brood's gaze. Their gaze can be strengthened by executing Mirage Dive up to a maximum of 2 units. When under the Brood's full gaze, you can execute Gul, which grants life to the dragon. So long as this effect remains active, you can execute powerful actions such as Nostrand or Star Diver, acquired at level 80. What a cool name. The power of the gaze compels you. And it fits right in here. Look at that. That's nice. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. And it is with that one, everybody, that we will be teleporting back to Alagiri and bringing this stream to a close. Thank you so very much for joining me today for some more Stormblood and finishing the Dragoon questline for Stormblood as well. Next time, we will catch up with Ruban once again for his invitation and continue this storyline. We may also finish the base expansion, which will be very good. And I did get some new armor. It is not recommended because Mobius has given me some incredibly nice armor, but let's take a look at the armor and see what it looks like. Let's have a look. Ooh, this looks very nice. This looks very nice. Sheesh. Okay. Wow. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, I'm gonna go back to an armory to go and armor plate it. Glamour plate it, sorry. Look at that, dude. That's cool. Alright, well, I guess I'll return home. Go to the armory and glamour plate myself another set. Do I have a unique teleport animation, or am I crazy? Because I don't remember it being dark like that. An antiquated Ryonohige. Very good. Look at that. Get my monkey. It's at this. I don't have enough stuff. We'll do that. We can do that tomorrow. Let's figure something out in the Discord about potentially doing some stuff tomorrow off stream. We'll just get some grinding happening, and we can get some cool rewards potentially. Pixel Train Direwolf. What am I after? There's a lot of stuff. Griffin Hatchley. We'll do it tomorrow. Get myself big monkey. But yeah, we'll figure out the time that we get that done. maybe around the same time as I stream, maybe a little bit earlier. Okay, so I have to store the stuff in the chest, right? Yes, no, maybe. I forget how to do this every single time, by the way. I'm supposed to put it in the armory chest, correct? Store an item. It's weird that you can't... You have an equipped segment, but it won't let you do it. So I guess I'll just take it off. It's fine, I don't want it anyway, because it's not as good as what I've already got on. There you go. Should have just done that. Okay. Why can I not store it? I did. Okay. There we go. So now I can put it in here. In the dresser. There we go. Okay. I kind of want to have all of my Dragoon ones on, like, a set one. Alright, anyway. This one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, I didn't do the... Hang on, I didn't do the legs. I didn't do the legs. Get in there. Okay, there we go. And then I don't need any of this on the glamour. I want to put this one here. It is overly complicated. How can I... Oh, you do dispel. So I'll put my, like... Where's my, where's this stuff? Where's my Draken stuff? In my... Is it in my... Oh, it's in my armory instead. There you go. Just want to be able to swap through them all. So I can have them like that. There's a blue and a... There is a blue and a purple set, isn't there? You're right. Oh, Jesus. No, that's not what I want. How do I... I guess I can just... make these ones empty. Fill them with some other stuff. Where is my... Where do we find the special stuff again? Like the Final Fantasy characters, like Cloud and shit like that? What does that come under? Forgotten where we go for that. Where's this located? New one? In the chest somewhere. Oh, there it is. Now it shows up. Exclusive extras. Ah, I think it was because I had the weapon highlighted. Sense. The Zidane outfit does not suit my character at all. I'll just have it so I have like my other Final Fantasy outfits together, and then put Clive in here too. Where's... Now I gotta figure out where the hell... Where's Clive's set? That's the Mishan vest. Clive might be in the inventory? Oh, like I've still... Oh yeah, because I haven't put it in the... in here yet. It's not letting me store anything, though. There are no items available. I don't know why this has to be so painful, dude. Clive's gear ends up on the 5 tab. There's just so many menus, bro. On the 5 tab. Oh, it does, with the Lucian Prince's jacket. It does indeed. Yeah. Okay, let me clear all of those. And then I've got my Dragoon stuff. Where's my blue Dragoon stuff, though? Because this is the purple Draken one. Where's my blue gear? Is that in my inventory? It's the Worm's Mail, isn't it? So that's, yeah, that's in my inventory. However, how do I store it, dude? Why doesn't it just work? Todd Howard! Why doesn't it just work? I gotta do it here, right? And do Glamour Creation and do it this way. So I gotta find it in here. My worm one. Store it at as a glamour, baby. Oh, I remember I really liked that stuff. My worm mail. My worm gauntlets. Worm's breeches. And my worm's greaves. Okay, now they are stored in there. And now I can have my blue set. There we go. Honestly, they've done a pretty damn good job every single time with the armor. Like, I feel like if I was to rank these four, this one, the first one that we get, is almost my favorite. I think this one's my favorite. Just the first one that we got, to be honest with you. I think this is my second favorite. The brand new one that we just got. I do like this one. I feel like it's a bit too spiky. It's a lot. It's very busy. There's a lot going on, but I really like the double eye in the helmet. And this is just like a reskin of the blue one. So I think this is like third place. This is fourth place. So I like this one the best, but this one the least. Despite it being the same armor. Maybe it's just the blue looks better. But this one's good. So now I've got my Dragoon sets together. Yeah, we're gonna rock this one for a time. There we go. Actually, hang on. I can't even adjust the visor on this one. Oh, hang on a minute. Really? The visor on this one doesn't go up. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Alright, well, I'll take that helmet off then. For now. Alright, everybody. That's how we'll end the stream with a brand new set of armor. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a grand old time. And I will see you next time as we potentially finish the main expansion of Stormblood. I'll see you then.